There was a guy in a turtleneck who went viral on TikTok the other day because he was claiming that Jesus, Lord and Redeemer, second person of the Blessed Trinity, is a racist. Take a listen.
Did you know that there's a part of the Gospel of Mark where Jesus uses a racial slur? In Mark chapter 7, there's the account of the Syrophoenician woman, a woman who is Syrian and Greek, both of which there were strong biases against within the Jewish community. And she comes to ask Jesus to heal her daughter who's possessed by a demon. And what is Jesus' response? He says, "It's not good for me to give the children's food," meaning the children of Israel's food, "to dogs." He calls her a dog. What's amazing about this account is that the woman doesn't back down. She speaks truth to power. She confronts Jesus and says, "Well, you can think that about me, but even dogs deserve the crumbs from the table." Her boldness and bravery to speak truth to power actually changes Jesus' mind. Jesus repents of his racism and extends healing to this woman's daughter. I love this story because it's a reminder that Jesus is human. He had prejudices and bias, and when confronted with it, he was willing to do his work. And this woman was willing to stand up and speak truth.
Is that what happened? You know, I've read the same gospel account. That's not exactly what happened as far as I can tell. What happens, of course, is something like what he described happens, and then Christ says it's not fit to give this to dogs. And she begs and she pleads. And she says, in the gospel according to St. Matthew, "Yes, Lord, yet even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table." Then Jesus answered her, "O woman, great is your faith. Be it done for you as you desire." And her daughter was healed instantly. She did not change Jesus's mind. Had this young man gone on to read the Gospel according to St. John, he would have known this because John begins, very first lines, by proclaiming that Christ is the divine logic of the universe. Logic itself, the Word of God. So you can't change Christ's mind because he is logic. He is the reason, the fundamental reason that undergirds reality. Now, he does show to this woman and to others her faith, and he does show our brokenness and his grace. He does all of that. This cause to be rejoicing, this cause to say, yes, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I, miserable sinner me, I will say with such gratitude that I have been redeemed through really no help of my own other than responding to God's grace with an act of faith. God comes to me like Christ was near this woman, and she responds to that in an act of faith, and he says, "Oh, great is your faith, be it done as you desire." Or you can say, God is a racist. Those are the two options. The one option will save your soul and our entire civilization, and built our entire civilization. The other option does really well on TikTok. And our culture seems to be choosing the latter. There are two particular heresies here that this guy is espousing, and the reason I mention it is because it pervades our political culture. The heresies are Arianism, which denies the divinity of Christ. There's a very famous account from the Council of Nicaea where St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, punches the arch-heretic Arius in the face because he doesn't want to take it no more. And the other heresy is Pelagianism, the idea that this woman earned her salvation, that you can earn your salvation through works, which sometimes certain Protestant denominations accuse the Catholic Church of doing, but that's just not true. The Catholic Church condemned the heresy of Pelagius many, many moons ago. These are heresies that have infected our modern culture. We deny divinity. We deny the divinity of Christ, undergirding our civilization, and also we're really impressed with ourselves, and we think that we can save ourselves. This is the motivating principle behind communism, behind so many of our modern ideologies, and it also speaks to our pride that we have now used to be considered the queen of all vices. Now it's elevated as such a high virtue that we have parades dedicated to pride. If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the subscribe button so everyone wading through the wasteland of YouTube knows that we've got the absolute top content out there.